AI can make you $8,000 a month online in passive income. No, it can't. AI is not gonna make people millionaires instantly. In fact, the race into AI just did something unimaginable, unintentional. Something that no one is talking about, and it could be huge for creators or people who just like to follow the industry for entertainment. So, have you seen these clickbait titles on YouTube that's been popping up everywhere? Have you been reading about AI lately on every news source? Well, content creators, companies, filmmakers have literally been on a high, thinking they can use AI to do all the hard work. And guess what? It's true. That's why Hollywood is afraid of it. That's a big reason they're striking. But now we have a huge opportunity. For the last few years, I've been managing a couple of successful YouTube shows and podcasts. Not this one, obviously. When AI came out, I was tasked with figuring out how to harness it to 10 times the content output and ultimately bring in views and sales. So I went through tons of AI tools. It seemed like as soon as ChatGPT got national news, everyone was looking for the next AI tool and how to use it. So I dove deeper because, well, it was my job. And guess what? It's real. I found hundreds of AI programs, some better than others, of course. I would upload my original video that I spent 8 hours editing with care to give the audience the best experience. And within seconds of the upload, the AI would give me hundreds of microclips. It would add music, text, and make it super easy to upload directly to social media and video platforms everywhere. So now, when I would work hard on one good piece of content to give value, entertainment, or information to the audience in the best possible way I humanly could, AI just made hundreds of pieces instantly without much thought. So now you're probably thinking, well, you still made the first video, but AI is now at the point where you can do more than just create smaller clips from originals. It can create almost fully automated content, faceless content, using what's already out there. I'm sure you've seen those video thumbnails as well. They are everywhere. Social media is already oversaturated, which is why you see the swiping constantly from people. It's endless. People rarely even share good videos with friends or family anymore because everyone is just consuming. And now, AI just added 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times more content to go through. Like that. It's no longer art in any form, but essentially computers make it as much content as possible and hopefully something sticks. Hopefully it gets your eyeballs. So let me ask you, what happens when there's too much content and people no longer know what to watch? They just stop watching. Like imagine going to a restaurant where you have to go through thousands of items on the menu. You get overwhelmed and leave, or you eat what you know. How many people have you heard talk about how Netflix has too much stuff now and they don't know what to watch, so they just scroll through titles constantly without choosing anything? So what does this ultimately mean? Well, because social media platforms will become so full with similar content, the viewers will slowly have less interest. Sure, they will still have some great stuff, but the competition for those eyeballs will be harder than ever. The true creators will eventually be pushed out by the competition of quantity. Think about how much quantity with content we multiplied by just having cameras on our phones and an ability to edit on apps. And AI is going to make that past growth look like a tortoise walking. So how can we benefit from this? Well, you have to see where the trends are going, not where they are. The trend is moving from short-form content, from smaller videos that anyone can produce, because now with the AI, the bar is not just set low, but the bar is non-existent. And because people still need story, entertainment, art, the pendulum is swinging back. Movies, shows, documentaries, quality content on video platforms is where people will look. In general, longer form content. Quick story. My nephew Jake loves watching YouTube videos about the history and current developments in the theme park space. Everything from Disneyland to Chuck E. Cheese. One night, he was excited because a documentary on iTunes called Closed for Storm was releasing. It was directed by a YouTuber. This YouTuber's first documentary feature, which traces the troublesome history of Six Flags New Orleans, an abandoned theme park on its eventual closing in 2005 because of Hurricane Katrina. But anyway, my nephew pre-ordered this documentary for $20 on the Apple TV app. I'm not sure if he has ever pre-ordered any movie before that. The point is, he loved this filmmaker's short-form documentary content on YouTube so much that he was willing to pay for that creator's first long-form movie and watch it on TV. So instead of making hundreds of micro pieces, put that effort or time into one solid piece, because people will need less choices. And guess what? Now that Hollywood has been striking, their projects have been pushed back many months, and they will need even more long-form content in the future to fill. The supply is down and the demand is growing. So now may be the time. You can use services like Amazon Video Direct to submit your documentary, movie, TV show, interview, live event, etc. They accept almost everything from anyone except, ironically, short-form content. They have some professional rules and guidelines you need to follow, sure, but now your content is on Amazon and it can make you money a few different ways. Millions of people have the opportunity to see it. Same goes for Apple TV and many other streaming platforms. I won't go into detail with all those nooks and crannies on how to get your content on each of these many specific platforms. For example, with Apple, you need to go through a third-party aggregator most likely. It's easy to sign up for, but it does cost money. But if you want a more detailed video about these specific platforms and how to do that, leave me a comment. But anyway, we have finally crossed that line of being desensitized and are going to trend back to our roots when it comes to storytelling, not just 3-second eye candy. But if you're thinking, I'm not a filmmaker, I'm just an enthusiast, great. Writing a blog, a website, a source where people can go, where they can follow someone they trust to fast track weeding out all of this garbage and give honest recommendations of good content out there. There's a huge demand right now for people that need some good direction on what is actually good or not. But tell me what you think. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe cinema will just die and short-form content will take over. Or maybe things will just stay the same. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. I'm going to be bringing tons of different ways to make money through content creation for business owners, personal brands, filmmakers. I'll be going over specific stories with people who have done it and much more. Anyway, from Hollywood to YouTube, we're finding money in media.